Money for Jam co-founder Andre Hugo is joining me in studio now. We're going to be chatting about the very first recycling project that the micro-jobbing platform has just launched. Hello.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for being here. Now we're going to be talking about your collaboration with Green Office. It's to recycle ink cartridges, correct?
Correct, yes. Shortly after launch, they approached us and said to us, your platform sounds like a great platform to get to a mass audience. How can we use it to get cartridges into our business and recycle them?
Now, how does it work? Why don't you introduce me to the project?
Okay, so their business problem is that there's about 800,000 cartridges produced in South Africa every month or sold, and they collect about 10% of them.
Okay.
The majority of the rest of them go into landfill or just get tossed away.
People just toss them in the garbage.
Toss them away, yeah. So they approached us and said, well, can we run a campaign in certain locations? We push the content through the platform, identify how many cartridges are going to come in, and then drop them at a certain location. For each cartridge that qualifies, the person gets R5, and it works through the normal Money for Jam platform.
Oh wow, that's very exciting. Now, how many locations has this launched in?
We've only went live on Monday in Johannesburg. It was a mixed response. The challenge I think that we faced when we spoke to a number of jobbers that had committed to come in was that there's only one location. So there's a restriction in getting to that location in a set time. So we're working with them at the moment to actually roll it out potentially and investigate putting it to 1,000 schools, community centres, mods, and other mechanisms whereby people can drop it off more freely.
Now, are people actually collecting the ink cartridges from their friends and family and businesses and bringing them in bulk?
That's what we've seen at the moment. We're hoping to have a better response in Cape Town, where we've heard a lot of people are collecting up to 50 to 150 cartridges. Wow. So they've pulled them at schools, at businesses, and said, well, don't throw them away, give them to us, we'll take them in, and we'll share the funds with you.
Now, what does Green Office do with the recycled cartridges?
So they've got two sides to it. One is they take the cartridge, they refill it, and they recondition it, and they resell it out into the market.
Okay.
The second side is if there's damaged cartridges, they take them in and then they actually strip them into the constituent parts. They break them down, they granulate it into plastic, they melt it down, and they make low-income housing roof tiles. And that's a special project that's run with 28 disabled women.
Wow. So who knew there were so many different uses for your old ink cartridge? You shouldn't throw them in the trash. Now, I know Green Office does allow people to drop off their old ink cartridges at any location. So what's the difference? Is there a difference between the two?
At the moment, the big difference is that you'll get paid for doing it.
Woo.
So it's a great mechanism for schools, for community centres, for anybody that wants to raise funds, to actually collect them and then exchange it for cash. And for them, it's a win-win situation because they'll get more cartridges in and they can repurpose and actually stop the landfill.